This is pretty ridiculous, these carts over here. The truth is, I just love when it gets cold and snowy out, so I'm excited. I think that's the first time that I've ever come over to fill up my waters and there was somebody else using it. First time I've ever seen anybody else using it, much less that they were using it when I was trying to come use it too. Just making a quick little grocery trip today. Man, I've been off diet, off keto, off everything for a full week, so it's really time to get back to it. So today, you know, maybe today we need to do like a fitness check-in kind of thing, hold myself a little accountable, let you guys know where I'm at, because, man, I gotta get back in the gym, I gotta get back on this diet, I gotta get back eating right. I just gotta get back to it. I'm just gonna go ahead and admit that escalated very quickly. I did not. You know when they say don't go to the grocery store when you're hungry? Listen to that, because I learned that lesson over and over again. You think I would have learned that lesson once and dealt with that, but no. I learned that lesson over and over and over again. I learned it a little bit today. It wasn't bad. Like, I got things I needed, I got things to get back on keto, but I did buy more. I bought a little, just a little bit more than I intended. Not bad. I've done much worse. What's up, guys? Okay, so my afternoon didn't go the way I wanted it to. I did not intend to be shooting another kind of sit down talk vlog today. I wanted to be out and kind of doing stuff. I intended to make it to the gym and kind of talk about my, update on my fitness, kind of like I mentioned at the store earlier. However, my afternoon didn't quite go like I planned. I didn't get back on my keto. I didn't make it to the gym. A lot of kind of, some things came up, some more things, some different things. I'm not trying to make excuses. It didn't happen. So I guess I wanted to go ahead and take this moment, take this opportunity, since I needed to get something shot, get an actual vlog put in. I couldn't just show you the 3 minutes I shot while I was at the grocery store. I want to talk a little bit kind of about where my head is at, what I intend for this vlog going forward, kind of what I see as like the vision of the vlog, or the kind of the story of the vlog, and just kind of let you guys know where my head is at right now. So in order to do that, I have to explain this theory that I have about independent wrestlers. Probably this is true for every wrestler. I think every wrestler kind of has a vision for their career trajectory, a fantasy that they want to live out through this thing that's wrestling. That's why it's a dream, right? They have a vision of that dream. On our level, on my level, on the independent level, you see this play out. I see it play out a lot, and sort of the best example I can make, there's a few specific dreams that I see come into play over and over again. The guys who I think probably grew up idolizing Mick Foley or Terry Funk, where you see those guys who come back hurt from every match. And I'm not just talking about like limping out of the arena after the match. They come into the backstage and they twisted their knee or they banged their head or whatever, and these guys pay a price every time they're in there, and we've saw guys like Mick Foley, and in my generation especially, because Beyond the Ring came out, the documentary Beyond the Ring, which showed Mick Foley and Terry Funk, these two guys who were beat up, who were hurt, who went out there and put their bodies on the line and really paid the price to do this thing that they love. And so I think I see some guys who kind of seem to be playing through that narrative over and over again. I don't know, but I think it's important for us to be self-aware about what fantasy we're looking to play out or what career trajectory we have in mind. And as I've given thought and I've observed these different guys playing through that different narrative, I've become aware of my own narrative. And of course, when I started, my dream was to make it to the WWE, to be in WrestleMania, to do all that stuff. As I started to see what that meant and to kind of realize that I probably wouldn't thrive, honestly. Had I made it to WWE, I don't think that's an environment I would have thrived in. And having realized that, I can also then look at my career and my trajectory, and I can see that sort of my fantasy, my dream, my career path, my narrative that I wanted to tell was I have always wanted to be professional, and I wanted to be a consummate professional in the ring, in the locker room. I wanted to be, whether I ever made a dime off this or not, I wanted to handle myself and carry myself as a guy who was like, this was my job. Whether or not it ever was my job, I wanted people to think that this was my job, and I wanted to carry myself and treat this like it was a job. And to be honest, over the last few years, I have kind of let that slip some. I mean, I think I still carry myself very professionally. I think I'm still professional in the ring, but am I really treating this, when I really ask myself, am I really treating this like a job with the dedication, with the serious-mindedness that I had when I started this thing, when I still had the dream of being a WWE star? No, I don't think I am, and I have to admit that to myself. I had a conversation with Justin Jones, Tom Marson, over this weekend, and I really realized I think I've had my best body of work was from about 2003 to about 2005. And not that I haven't had great matches. I've had a lot of great opponents. I've had a lot of really great matches I'm really proud of since then. But as far as like a body of work where I can look and say from 2003 through about 2005, I was firing on all pistons. To look at from 2005 on, I don't know that I was ever really at that level. I don't know. I mean, I can perform in the ring, and I always put my heart and soul into what I do in the ring. I try to carry myself with some leadership and some at least lead by example in the locker room. I've trained guys in the ring. I tried to train them to respect this business and be very, safe. My number one thing is safety when I'm training these guys. So I hope that I've instilled some of that professionalism through that. But for me, myself personally, when I look at the body of work, despite the matches, despite how much fun I have being a part of Attitude Inc. with one of my best friends, Danny Erdley, Spencer Powers, I haven't been living up to the expectation that I put on myself. And I don't know how I let myself fall out of that expectation, because even that expectation has been gone. I can look and honestly say, like, it's one thing to say, oh, I haven't been living up to my expectation. It's another thing to really be honest with myself and say, you know what, I've dropped my expectation. And I've kind of let good enough become good enough. And I'm not satisfied with that anymore. And I want to put that expectation back up to where it was. And then I need to rise up to meet that expectation, hopefully to exceed that expectation. So that's where I kind of envision the vlog going, and what the vlog is going to be about going forward is my attempt to kind of reclaim that passion that I have. And you know, the passion is not the problem. I'm not missing the passion. I still have a passion to do this, but everything else is not matching up to that passion. So I really want to pull myself up. I really want to reinvigorate myself for this thing that I love to do so much, and to really do it at the level I feel that I'm capable of, that I know I'm capable of. And so I hope you guys will kind of hold me accountable to that. And maybe, you know what, if my journey can inspire you a little bit to make sure that you're pursuing your passion, whether you ever make a dime off of it. I'm not trying to get anybody rich. I'm not trying to get rich myself, but I think that life is better when you're chasing the things that you love, when you're doing the things you love. And that's what I want to do. And I want you guys to come along with me for that journey. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Of course, don't forget, make a mess, keep your room clean, always tell the truth.